Hey everybody, this is Clarence from TwoItems.com coming back at you with a whole new video. This technical video is going to be different than the last video I did a long time ago was ESXi 6.0. This is going to be on Puppet Bolt, and maybe we can branch it off into other Puppet products. But I've worked for Puppet, the enterprise configuration management side of the house for uh, only a couple years, so not that long. But I've never really had to do anything serious with Puppet Bolt. So as I started looking around for information on how to, really do more advanced scripting and things with Puppet Bolt, it's hard to really piece everything together because there's not a lot of easy to follow examples. Put it that way. You can find information and they'll have like reference pages and things like that, but it just for me, I like to see an example and then I can run with it. So hopefully, as we walk through this, and I'm going to do a lot of cut and pasting of some of the commands because what I want to do is I want this video to be fast and you can always slow it down and just pause it. But first of all, what we're going to start off with is we're going to install Puppet Bolt. Then we're going to make a small, make a task today and just run a simple task, and hopefully this will help you get started with how tasks work. Then maybe on the next video we can come back and expand on it, and maybe someone in the comments will give me some ideas on some things we want to do with it, make that we want this task to do. Then we can branch off and stack on top of that the plans and create a plan and have the plan execute all of our tasks, things like that. So I want to kind of grow it slowly, but I want them to be very fast, quick videos. So anyway, first of all, in this video, we're going to spend most of the time installing. So what we need to do is wget. This is Ubuntu, but you would wget, the version that you need for your platform. But this is Ubuntu 1804. So that's what we're going to get today. So we need to download the actual deb file. Then we're going to run the dpackage command to actually install it. Then we're going to do we're going to run the release dpackage, and then we're going to update and install Puppet Bolt from the package. The repo, we added the repo in, and then we're going to install the package now. So that's what's going on now. Installing this package, and then we'll make a Puppet Bolt plan directory structure. So we'll call it something like my plan. That's pretty simple. And we'll come back and create a plan. So we'll go inside of here, and then what we can do is right now there's obviously nothing in there, but you can use Bolt. You can use Bolt. If you do, oh crap, yeah, there we go, Bolt, right? And then what you can use is this command, right? Where is it? Create migrate project. Oops. So you can do Bolt project. And I'm going to show you how you do it. If you want help with that guy, you should be able to do pro. See, and that's how you get help in it. And then we want to do create a new Bolt project. So I'm just hitting the up arrow there just in case you don't really mess around with Linux that much. This is the first time. So we do Bolt. And what this is going to do is all this does is, for me right now, that's what I'm saying. And other people can tell me it creates this Bolt file, which is empty, right? It's nothing in there, right? But I'm assuming if you have more going on, there's other files that can be created like Bolt. Other files that get created in here. These are like standard files where you can put like configuration settings for your entire project going forward. But right now we don't really have anything, so what we need to do is move forward. So we'll move forward and create a module. So what we'll do is we'll create our modules. And then go inside of modules, and then we'll create our module name. We'll just call it something like making some crap up here. Let's see, make mod my module, and then we'll go inside here, do make directory, and then we need to create all the directories inside of it. So what we need to do is, this is like our kind of like our project, really. Probably should have called that my project, and then modules, And inside of here is this is where you put all of your different modules that you create. And inside of each module, you want to have a specific structure. So inside of the modules, you're going to have plans that we'll do in the next video. Tasks, this we'll work on today. Manifest, this is where you would put all your Puppet manifests if this was going to be run, if you're going to run like Puppet apply. And that gets into if you're running like Puppet with if you had an agent and stuff like that, you can use the Puppet apply. And then files are where you put all your files or packages or anything, scripts that you want uploaded to a remote system once you start to work on this guy. So now inside of, we're going to be working with tasks today. So we'll go inside of task, and then we're going to make a file called, we need to create, we'll call this run. We're going to do something with like df. So we'll do run df. We'll do run df dot JSON. Right, and you need a JSON file, and you will need, and I'm going to cut and paste the JSON file and then let you take a look at it because it takes a little while to type all this out, and no need for me to do all that and have you looking at the screen. So once we get this JSON file here, I'll describe what it does. And it's JSON, so typically you don't want to use tabs inside of this file, or else sometimes things get weird. But obviously you can see here clearly the description is what this task will do. Files is, say for example, if you want files to upload, like say for example you want to really upload like a package in RPM, you could do the name of the module, my mod slash files slash, I don't know, nginx.rpm. Oh well, yeah, or whatever. It could be a script, an RPM, or whatever. But you get the point. This is where you would put your files that you would want uploaded when this file runs. And an environment, you want to make the input method the environment, and then your parameters that you want to feed your task. And I want to give it a string. This could be, integer. It could be string with the amount of characters you want, but we won't do that. Or it could be optional. You could make this optional if you want to, and that way you don't really necessarily have to put anything here. And the default would be this. So we'll leave it at default and see, and I can show you the difference of what will happen. So anyway, so basically we want to be able to give this task a parameter, and the parameter will be optional, and it's a string. And if we don't give it any string at all, it's going to just feed the script the slash / root. We'll get rid of this because this, we're not going to really do anything. This is just an example of how to add more than one files to be uploaded. Now I'm describing to you, so well, if we do, right, so, and what we will do is we'll just create a quick little bash script. I'm going to cut and paste one in here. Alright, so all this is really doing, and then all your variables that get passed to this script. So let's explain what's going to happen. So when we run this task, Puppet Bolt is going to take the information that's in the JSON file, figure out all the parameters that you need to add to the execution of this .ssh script right here, and then it's going to copy this script right here up to the server or the system that you tell it to, and then it's going to execute this script with the parameters that you gave it. And basically this is basically saying, if I don't give it anything on the command line, default and run boot EFI. If I do give it an option on the command line, give it the variable p, the command line argument, and then run df-h on that. And this is just here to give you information on where the files go. This is how you would find the files that would get uploaded. Remember that parameter that I had in the JSON file where you can add files to be uploaded when this script runs. This is how you find the location, because it's uploaded to a temporary directory, and then you'll be able to see that here, right here. So let's run it and see what happens. Let's come out of this. Now we have our file. Let's change mod. Let's do 750 on the run sh. Alright, so now we have our file here. We have a JSON file, so we can check to see if everything works by doing bolt task show without anything, right? And let's see if we're going to give us an error. It's probably will give us an error because we don't have a file. Let's see. Let's scroll up. I'm going to scroll up. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, see, we don't have this file. It's checking to see if the file that we have inside of our JSON file really exists. So if we go here, see how we told it that we want to upload a file called test.sh. So now we need to create a file called that. So let's just do touch files slash, what was it, test.sh. I think that's what we called it, right? Yeah, test.sh. So now if we run bolt task show, it should show our task. Let's scroll up and see if there's any errors. Nope, no errors. And let's see if our task is now on the list. These are, let's see them first. You see it out of this. Huh? Am I not seeing it? Oh, there it is up the top. It was off the screen. I was about to say. Okay, all right, so there we go. So we got my mod run F, right? But all these are defaults. These are default or tasks that come along with the system, so they're automatically going to show. But they'll just show because they get installed with Puppet Bolt when you install that. But this is our task. So now if we want information on our task, we can do what was it? My mod colon run def colon run def. Oops, df, and it will break down the information. See, there we go. So this is really nothing more than a breakdown of that JSON file, the description, and it's going to automatically give you the usage. This is telling you how to run this task. So bolt task run targets, then you would give it the machine names that you want to run it against, and the name of the task, and then this is the option. And then it says here, then it breaks down the parameters for you, and it says this is optional. So we should be able to run this without anything. So now we should be able to run this. So let's take a look and see if we can run this task, see what happens. Run. Let's run it with nothing first. So we will give it a username, and then we'll say prompt for password dash prompt. Oops, spelled it wrong. Stop, go back. Alright, so there is prompt for the password. Type in the password. We forgot targets. It's good. So now you see targets, and then we'll put in the current machine. So, but you could put as many targets as you want on this command line. It's good, running. So it ran good, and it ran against root. Because remember, if we didn't do it, the default was slash. So now let's give it something else. Hold up, that didn't make sense. But let's see this. Oh yeah, that's right. If we didn't give anything, it's going to default the root. So let's go and do argument. So let's put in an argument. So let's do partition equals, we probably should get a partition. Let's get one so we'll know. Let's do df, right? Let's grab one of these. VL, let's do core 906. So that way we'll know that we're really getting something. Partition equals, and then let's run this again. There we go. So there we got that. So this is the partition, read out the information. It's a very simple script, but obviously it's nothing more than a script. All the Bolt does is it actually runs the script, and it will execute the options or the parameters that you designate. and you can see inside of the script how to actually designate um, the parameters. So the parameters are parsed with a capital PT and an underscore, and then the name of the parameter that is actually defined inside of your JSON file here, parameter. So that's how that works. And you, like I said, you have a few that are automatic that are predefined, and this is that PT installed dir. This is the location of where that file got uploaded, that test.sh script. It's good because if you upload something else that you need to run, like a RPM file or a GIF file or something, or a config file that you need to copy, once this script gets copied to your server and then it's executing, you may have some other files that you need to pull out of this directory, and this is how you are able to pull those files that get automatically uploaded out, so for usage. So there's one other thing we want to take a look at real fast. I don't make this too long, but I'm gonna do it real fast, real quick. Is instead of giving all of the options on the command line, like you see here, where I do the use student and the password prompt, because this is okay, Control C, because this is a entire project, you can go back to this level here, and you can create an inventory file. All this information, like I said, I'm going to breeze through it quick because you can Google this and then figure it out on your own. But I'm going to cut and paste this is my YAML file. You would create a YAML file, and I'll just describe to it to keep the video short. Like I said, groups. You start off with groups at the top. There's several ways you can do it. This is easy to find online, and there's several good examples online, so I won't break it down too much on this. But the first thing is groups, and you create a group, and you name. The name of the group is Linux, right? And the targets in the group Linux is this. If I wanted to add more machines, I could do, if I had a machine called 2, I could have a machine called 3, and so on and so on and so on. And then the configuration for the group named Linux is to use SSH. There's various ways of communicating. If you have Windows boxes, things that you could change this to a different transport. But then we want to take SSH and configure it. Then we don't want to do any host key checks because sometimes that fails. SSL, I turn that off. And then here's the most important part: is the student is the user that I'm actually using. My username is student, but you could put whatever user you wanted this script to actually run your initial login. So say for example you wanted to log in as student, but once you log in as that lower level user, you want to run as root, you could do that. But then obviously you would need to have rights in order to flip up, and then there's other option in there to put in a password. So there's a lot of options online that you can change this around. And the password, in order to prompt, you have to use a plugin, and the name of the plugin is called prompt, right? And this is the command prompt that I customized here. So let's run it now and see what happens. So let's rerun it, but this time we will take out this and this. And remember, we don't have to give a username now. We can just give it the group name. The group name was Linux. So we'll give it the group name and see what happens. Alright, see, that's the custom prompt. So I'm going to type this in. It's trying to go to those other machines, but they don't exist. This is a good example. So you can see it went out to cool C1. That machine actually exists. It ran it, and it's going to time out on the other two, and because they don't exist. And that's how you do it. So that's how simple this works. I hope this video was helpful in helping you, I guess, somebody out there, because sometimes this stuff is just very, very annoying to me when trying to find information. So basically what you would do is, like I said, this is the beginning of a project. I guess I should have probably called this my project. Maybe I'll change it for the next video. But at any rate, we'll put our plans in here. We make a manifest maybe. I don't think you need to, but the files, we'll work with some files next time. Really work with some files next time in the next video. And the task is really what like I said, we're going to come back to this and fill in the blanks and put some more meat inside of this script and make it do something a little bit more. But for now, you get the idea on how everything works, and I hope this has been helpful. So from TwoItems.com, this is Clarence. Like and put in the description if you use Puppet Bolt or you have any ideas or you stuck at work. I kind of want to help out a little bit without some things I won't be able to do because I probably won't have the resources at home in order to emulate your issue. But if I get like some ideas, maybe I can kind of help out online and create a video or add something to this in the realm of Puppet Bolt to help out, and it'll help me get a little better too. So see you guys later.